Hey, hey. All right. Welcome, everybody, to the premiere episode of the POODLCast. My name is Joe Way, and I'm here today. I'm excited about this, bringing you a little bit of what this podcast is going to be. We're 100% a community-owned token, and, there's nothing better, when you're about a community than talking about your community, right? And so I'm starting this weekly show, half-hour show, to talk a little bit about what's going on with Poodle, what's going on with the community news, what we're about, bring in interviews. We're gonna see where this goes. We'll take it how it goes. We'll see, right? But we're just gonna have fun with this. So today, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna start with a little bit of what and why, right? Because, I'm assuming everyone watching this is either a poodle holder or someone thinking about getting into poodle. And so, and why even just a meme token, a community token, and what is the purpose behind that? So I want to start and give a little bit of my background. And then we're going to have an incredible interview here with one of our admins. And then if there's any time, afterwards, we're going to take some comments. We'll have some conversation. We'll see how that goes. I know the stream's about 10 seconds behind my talking here, but we're going to have some fun. So let's just start. Let's start with this. Why? What is the token, right? What is it? It's, community-owned, charity-driven, community-driven meme coin, right? We know that there's tons of different things out there, but why this one? So I'm going to be completely honest here. I mean, everyone, you can find me online. You've seen this. You found this through our Telegram or Discord, or because you saw me tweet about it. So many tokens are out there we know this. They claim, we're no rug pull, but then what do? They rug you because people hide behind things. And we're sitting here going, no, we're a community and we're out there and we want to show who we are. And I'm not an admin. I'm just a normal holder, just like the rest of you all. But here's my story. So I think a lot of people, in the past, maybe did, like me, right? You download your Coinbase app, or, you start your Kraken or your Binance little, thing, and you buy Bitcoin, right? And you buy a couple little things, and you maybe buy a little Ethereum, and you're thinking, okay, this is cool. I'm in the crypto world, right? And I did that for a while. And just small, right? Thinking, hey, this is what you're supposed to do, right? You hear the hype about, Bitcoin, it's going to the moon, it's shooting up, and so I jumped on the train, right? And well, here's the thing: December 15th of 2020, I actually had a house fire. I lost our entire home, 3 cars, about every single possession that we had. I'm here streaming this from a rental home, and there's the wonderful rental furniture behind me and the fake rental tree behind me, and because this here is a time, right? When you go through a tough time in life, you go, hey, well, let me find something. And I had a great community of people, that my friends and my coworkers and all of that who came alongside of me. But I also had another friend who said, hey, you should look into some of these kind of meme coins. They're fun. I thought, okay, well, this is, what are we going to do with this? And it wasn't about, okay, am I going to put a little bit of money in that's going to make me millions of dollars overnight? I mean, is there that rush when you see things go up and down, or you see it take a big pump and you're like, oh, wow, this is cool. But here's the thing. I found a group of people who could, who I could connect to and I could get away from the world with, right? Like you go on the Telegram or you see people on Twitter and you walk and you go, this was my escape away from everything else going on, because we all need that, right? Sometimes you go through life where you say, hey, I need to, where I'm going to try to turn this down. Let me know if you lose audio. So I'm just pulling in here, where you go through life and you sit there and go, hey, where am I? what do I going to go do? How do I just kind of keep my bearings? And that's where I came across Poodle, and I found the community of people who were just like, hey, we're having fun. We're going to get into this token. We want to do good. As you know, I've donated big to our charity. I found that, hey, can we do good in life through something that's a common community? And that's what pulled me in. And as I then kind of jumped in, I think I was in an investor on about day 4 of Poodle, day 4 or 5-ish. And I just found that, it's amazing how when you have a group of people that say, we're just here, we love this funny meme thing, right? We can create some, cool graphics and have fun with it. And sometimes that's good. I have a friend, when I first posted on about Poodle and all this, and I posted about, he's like, oh, so you in DOGE, you and all this stuff. I'm like, oh, yeah, sure. He's like, why would you do that? Because there's no use case. Why would you even want to do any of that? And I actually, my response to him was, okay, I have a belief that mental health is the best use case that you could have. Finding a group of people who say, hey, I'll have this investment thing. I love coming together in order to build something that can then mean something and build a brand. And that's why I got behind it, right? Even before the shop opened, go by, do the shop, and get your stuff. I made up my own little Poodle shirt, right? Because this is something where you can believe in it and believe the direction of it. And I know we'll get to a little bit of things going up. I mean, as you can see, we've been on some exchanges. This has been a crazy ride, though. Like, if you were on early, this has been a crazy, crazy ride. And this is fun. I mean, like, if you're not here to hold and take this and see where it goes, you are losing out on exactly why you should be in a token like this, because you're here for the long run. It's fun to see the chart go up, the chart go down. This is, do your own research. Not financial advice, yada, yada, yada. But entertain person only. Don't invest more than you can lose, but have fun with it while you are. You don't need to come on and sit there and FUD and say all these negatives, because this is about a ride of building a community together. And that's what's been awesome over this last 3 months-ish or so, is seeing that start to come through. I encourage everyone. I have donated to every single marketing thing that we've done because I believe in it. And just now we're trying to get on some more exchanges and turn that around. I encourage you to donate to that, because this is your investment. This is exactly what we are here for. One another. Put in your investment, see how it can grow. Right? We don't need to compare ourselves to other tokens. We are here because we have something special we can do for one another. And I will tell you, the best way to grow this token is not by, comparing ourselves to, well, this token does this and they did this, and if we mirror this, then we're going to do that. That is not how we do it. We do it by building our community among one another. Because when others see, wait, who is this group? Why are so many people pulled into this? And they find about us, now they're going to want to be part of us, right? Everyone wants to be with, quote unquote, the cool kids, but we're not just but we're here to do something. When they say, hey, what kinds of things are coming? We all know, where's the game coming? More charity things coming. All of these other ways that we can create utility to do, farming and stuff like that. What a great introduction to how you could do some real, and this is, I'll tell you, for me, I have learned more about crypto trading and currency by watching, don't watch the charts too much or you're going to need a lot of cocktails, but by watching that day in and day out and learning how does the market move and all this is great. I mean, I encourage everyone, go give your kids 1 million tokens and just let them play with it, right? This is an incredible way to do that at a low cost. So that's a little bit about my story. So like I said, you go through something in life like the fire that I went through, and then to find you all in this community, and I'm watching here the chat go off, you're why I'm in this. This is, if it weren't for the group of people who come together and have worked through all the ups and downs to say, hey, this is what we believe in, there's a lot of other people out there like me too, who want something like that. And that's how we come together as as a community and continue to do that, this token has no limit. It can go anywhere. And that's why I'm in. And that was my story. So I'm fully open to, if we can do some questions and stuff as well. But right now we are going to go ahead and and I'm going to go to the next segment. So, all right, this is our first show. This might be a little jerky, but we're going to go into our next segment, which is the interview with one of our admins. Boom. Let's see, did this work? All right, he's on. And Paul, all right, I'm going to give it to you. Hey, all right, I've got you. I'm hoping, I'm waiting. There we go. All right, the screen changed. It's interesting when the YouTube's 10 seconds behind when I'm actually talking, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, I hope everyone. Hey, Paul, well, first off, welcome to the premiere show, the first show.
Yeah, let's have a round of applause. Yeah. POODLCast, we're launched. We're live now. We're live. It's a good feeling.
There we go. I got a soundtrack. Even throw the applause.
He's ready. He's got the soundboard ready. I like that. That's good, man. That's good.
Awesome. So do me this. Will you just first off introduce yourself for people who don't know who you are, and what do you? So I'm going to ask a 3-parter question. Probably the worst thing any host should do. Don't ask for multiple questions. Say who you are. What do you do for Poodle? And tell your story. What got you interested in it?
Yeah. So. My name's Paul. You might have seen me on the Telegram main chat as P. It's about time that I shared my government name. I've been involved with Poodle for the last 3 months. When I first got into it, we had 500 members in the Telegram. I mean, what are we on now? Almost 13,000. I've been through the ups and the downs and the ups and the downs, and I'm part of the dev team, the admin team, as you want to call it, I'm working behind the scenes, sharing ideas, listening to people's ideas, filtering through everyone's got ideas, and it's important to listen to everyone, and then try and filter through to see what's realistic, what can be put on hold maybe for the future. I first got into Poodle by simply kind of like your story. I was listening to what you were saying earlier. You go on Coinbase, you trade a couple of coins, you start learning. I've been in crypto since 2017, but not dedicated. Probably very, I was quite a casual trader, not really knowing what I was doing back then. I easily gave up on a few investments that I had, and I thought, it's not for me. And then COVID came, and then I thought, I've got a lot of time on my hands. Let's see what I can, put my money towards. And that's how I got into crypto, and it was like a resurgence for me. And then I felt like I missed out on the DOGE coin pump. And this was back at 6 cents. I remember it was at 6 cents. I was like, right, I've missed the boat completely. I can't believe how parabolic it's gone. What's the next one? Let me try and find, what's the next investment I can make? And I came across a token called Poodle. And that was on Reddit. I think someone shilled it on Crypto Moonshots. And I just came across it and I thought, Poodle, the name Poodle. Wow, that I've never heard anything like it. Like it's hilarious. It's cool. The token, the imagery is amazing. Like, this looks cool. This looks like something I want to be a part of. And just the name is, I'm all about branding, and I just think just the name itself with the logo and the cool dog with the cool shades, I just wanted to be a part of it. It just caught me. It just stuck with me, and then I joined in Telegram, and then I started making videos, how to buy it. Some of you have seen the how to buy videos. I started doing that. And then slowly but surely worked my way up in the ranks, and here I am. Here I am on the POODLCast with yourself. So
no,
it's nice. It's good to be here.
That is great. And I love that story of kind of like the COVID thing. Do you think that the fact that we were all locked up had a lot to do with why a lot of people decided to look into it? Is it?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. And the reality is a lot of people were like myself without a job. And we all need money to live and survive, and having a platform like cryptocurrency and being able at the click of a button, being able to make an investment, however big or small, and having the opportunity to double that, triple that, quadruple that investment, it's really unheard of normally. The phrase, if it sounds too good to be true, it usually is. But with crypto, it can make that can be a very big possibility. So I think definitely COVID played a big part. I probably wouldn't be here because I would have been working, and I probably wouldn't have put my time into something like this if it wasn't for the time that I had throughout the pandemic. So definitely played a big part.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. Because it's interesting how, and I've put this on the Telegram at times when people complain that, we're down, 8%, or now we're up, I think we're up 11% today. That someone put up there, which is awesome. But it's like, crypto is one of those things where, if you just want to put $100 in and you don't want to worry about it, well, then you keep it in your bank and come back in 10 years and your $100 will now be worth 106. Enjoy. Right. But this is one of those that, you know what? It's amazing what it can be worth. But it's still an investment, right? I mean, I think this is one of those things to me that you don't recognize that, it's not, it's money that can be exponentially growing, but it's not free money, right?
No,
it is still an investment that you have to put emphasis into, just like you would anything, right? We show up at our jobs every day. You put investment into your work and your job gives you a paycheck. Well, this is the same thing, right? You have to go in and do something, and then but your paycheck back is watching your value grow, right? Seeing those zeros getting eaten. So with that said, what are those things? I mean, can you give a couple of things? How can the average community holder help best? Is it shilling on Twitter? Is it getting on Reddit? Is it just telling a friend? Is it everything? But if someone had to do something every day and say, I'm going to give 10 minutes to my investment, what's the best way to do that?
Me personally, I always believe that word of mouth is the best form of advertisement. If you hear it from someone, it's different from just like reading an advert somewhere or watching a video. But when you hear it from a real experience and someone says, yo, look, there's this really cool coin. I'm in the community. Like I've made some genuine friends over this. Like it becomes more than just put your money in and hope for the best. It becomes a lifestyle, and I can vouch for that because I'm waking up every day and I'm Poodle, like it's just become that way inclined. But I think the best form of advertising is word of mouth. So, for the average holder that is just in the group, like obviously, and active and believes in the project, just tell your friends, man. Like tell someone who hasn't invested, obviously not financial advice, like you said, we can't advocate that. But at the same time, if you believe in the project, I feel like it is definitely important to tell your friends. I've told my family who have never picked up any wallet on their phone or they've never even invested, but they like the sound of it. And so they're like, you know what? All right, cool. I'm from the UK. I put £100 in, see where it gets me. And then they're seeing like, all these zeros of tokens that they're getting for 100. They're like, wow, I'm getting quite a lot. But I mean, for the community, word of mouth and Twitter, do your daily, I think we've got a combo in the Telegram, daily things like, search for the hashtag Poodle and retweet and like. It's just that level of spread. You don't realize how far it can actually go. If the right person picks that up and says, this looks cool, I'm going to put $50,000 into this investment. Hey, we're all winning. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, you don't have to do much. Just word of mouth, spread the word, like, share, retweet, post, upvote, just support. It's just basic support. And I think it starts, it goes like wildfire. It spreads, so that's my take.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And what's interesting is, that we have a little over 25,000 holders. if each holder just found one person to put in $100, 100 euros, 100 pounds, whatever it is, and did you know, I mean, first off, the number of buys that would happen for that to happen would increase our value, first off. But assuming just everyone just bought with that, we would automatically, in a day, add 2.5 million to our market cap, along with the average share. You know that this literally could take off if everyone just said, okay, I'm going to find one person today to put $100 into this, that we would be the next whatever we're trying to compare ourselves to.
We would. And when you break it down like that, it really is possible, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
it really is.
It's basic economics, and that's really what this all comes down to. And then also you have these, like, I've got good friends who have gotten into Poodle who I saw me on, posted, or they messaged me going, all right, tell me about this thing. And now we have kind of our own little subgroup together, and a close friends where we have this. It's built that camaraderie, and that has value, right?
It does, and having that shared interest. It turns into more than just, I put my money in and hope for the best. It turns into we want to see this do well together. It creates, you go in the Telegram, you see the same people talking, and it's like, it's an extended family now. You see the same people, you get to know them it's funny how much you can get to know someone even just by reading the way they type and the stickers that they post or the emojis, and it's just nice. There's something about the Poodle community that is just nice. There are family values to it, and that's what has drawn me to stay with the project.
Yep. Oh, totally agree. So before I let you go, I just need, so we just got to do a fun fact question. Tell us how do you show up with the same mic I've got and the music in the background? So tell a little bit about just yourself. Give a little nugget, a personal nugget, because everyone wants to know something about the admins.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to know that we're human for once, and we're not just some bots typing. But yeah, I love my music, as you can see in the background. I got bits and bobs, guitars, basses. You can't actually see my setup here, but I've got like a little studio here. But yeah, I'm a DJ, producer. In my spare time at the moment, I've put a lot of time into Poodle, and that's my goal and my focus at the minute. But yeah, that's what I love music, and I would love to incorporate something to do with music within the Poodle verse. It'll be great. I think I'm sure there's an avenue we can touch on. We've got so many ideas, and there's so many things that we're discussing, but having something to do with music, and we've got the whole art thing going on. It would be great. Maybe like some NFT type stuff with some beats, or I don't know. We'll see what we can do.
Nice. I like that. All right. So then just the very, very last question for you is just give us something to whet our appetite. What are you excited about coming down the line? What's Poodle doing?
I mean, it's very easy to get disheartened by the dip. But this is global. This is not just Poodle. And you got to remember when B&B goes down, Poodle gets affected a lot. But what's exciting is the amount of input that we still get from people, and the ideas that are brewing. There's like I said, there's so many, and it's all about trying to filter in and what's possible, what's not possible, how long. But I mean, if you look at, I've just got that up now. If you look at the roadmap, we're ticking off as we're going. We're not stopping. The green check marks are still going, and yeah, we've hit our obstacles, and there's a few things that have held us back. Probably on the grand scheme of things, it's probably not even a big thing. But when you're working on the soul project, you really wanna see things happen like real quick. So it's very hard. It's very easy to look at that and think, we're not making our goals. But when you actually look, I sat back and I looked while you was talking, and I'm like, wow, we're hitting every single target we're promising. So in the future, I think in the long term, it's important to have Poodle. We need to get Poodle and have a real use case for the project. If we can bring this into the real world and show potential investors, corporations that want to put some money into the project, if we can say, look, we can do this, we can make this happen using Poodle, and spreading that brand awareness, that's what I'm excited for. We've got a lot of heads at the minute jotting down ideas and really, coming together and to say, right, what can we do here? How can we make this a reality? Blah, 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 blah. And that's the exciting thing. That's why I'm still here. I'm still looking at this roadmap, and I'm thinking, okay, we're going to add to that soon, because we're going to be ticking everything off, and we're going to be adding new targets, new goals. So that's what I'm excited for the future of Poodle.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. So I just want to say thank you very much for joining, and I'm gonna do that. All right. So here we go. I'm doing my magical kicking you off the screen here. So thank you again for joining as I continue. And if everyone wants to put some questions in, please do put questions in the chat here. I know it's a few seconds off as I kind of wrap up, but we can take a few. If anyone wants to know anything about me. Because I think this is the key. Paul just said something fantastic, and it's about, road mapping, and it's in here, in the chat. POODLCast wasn't necessarily on the roadmap, right? It was kind of something talked about, and I'm not an admin. I just reached out while we were, on the Telegram going, hey, what are some different ideas of ways that we can build? And I kind of said, well, I know how to do this. I host another podcast, and this is something that I could jump in and be able to help out with. And it would be great just to tell the story, connect the community. And next thing I know, they're like, okay, let's do it here. Let's run. And, Josh makes up the cool little logo with the headphones and all that, and this is rolling. So I also encourage you, if you're a member of the community and you have a skill, or you have any way that you can connect people, it's not just I know this influencer. Is there something you can give to the project? Because this really is a community project, and this POODLCast is exactly proof of that, of how this actually is something where we're looking at going, what can people do, and then be able to give into it. So that's how I encourage everybody. Again, as we wrap up this initial episode, I'll tell you a little bit what's coming. Again, a few things you need to do. We want to get on other exchanges, so make sure you send to the address there to be able to donate in order to get on the big exchanges. Because this is really going to help. Remember, the more people who can buy, the more opportunities we have to grow the community and to grow the value. So that's huge. So make sure you're given to that. Make sure you subscribe to this channel along with all the other social media aspects of not just this show, but of all the Poodle tags and other people, because that also grows. People see that. Next week, I'm back. I'm going to talk a little bit. I gave my story this week, but I'm going to talk about kind of the journey, what we're looking for, some of the news that we've done. So hopefully this will be a great little catch up and a week ahead's look for everybody. But also, I'm going to have an interview with just another community member, because I think this is important, right? I know you want to hear from the admins, and feel free to reach out to me. Again, you can find me I'm Joe Way on the Telegram. I'm Josiah Way on all the socials. I'm out there. If there's anything you want to hear about, anything that we're doing that you want to know more about, I'm going to bring people on to answer those questions for you. So make sure you are here every Monday at 7 a.m. my time. That's Pacific. I'm in the LA area, wherever that is around the world. We were messing with what time that is everywhere, but work that out yourself. I think it's 1400 UTC. But it will also be posted on Apple Podcast, Google, iHeartRadio, Spotify. Once I got this first episode, I'll launch it in there, but you can go to those and you can subscribe there as well and share that out. A lot of people can't watch when this is on. Maybe you have a work day, but you can listen later. So, and it'll always be here on the YouTube. So with that being said, I will take it. Let's see. Where will you post this? Yes, YouTube, everywhere. Alex put here. YouTube, all the podcast players and all of that stuff. So you'll see it. Obviously, we'll share it out. I'll share it out for you to subscribe and listen at will. Share it with 100 of your closest friends. Have 100 of your closest friends donate $100, and this thing's taken off. All right, everyone. With that being said, have a great week. See you next time.